Taxman here with a precursor video of some screenshots from my September 4th, the end of my September 4th, 1943 turn of my Strategic Command War in Europe with the Total Realism Project mod by Lothos, game against Machiavelli. This is a precursor video of the situation as of beginning of September of 43. The next video will start showing late game play as of June 20th, 1940. Just like I said, this is just a quick video to show the situation at the beginning of the fall, or actually, this is not quite the fall. It's the end of this previous summer's, near the end of the previous summer's year. This is up here in Murmansk. This doesn't change from either side at all. It's just kind of a stalemate. This is the situation down in around Leningrad in Finland, southern Finland. And here's the Moscow district. It's, as I mentioned at the end of the 42 situation, I never really pushed. I never really could push, partly due to my choices in the med, and partly due to what I believe to be some significant imbalance in the mod. All right, this is the southern part of the Soviet Union, the Ukraine area. So we push back a bit since we were up near this fort line over here during the summer 43. Yeah, it was a push here in the center. I have forts and stuff and building forts around here. All right, this is the Italian situation, getting ready for the invasion of Italy. As you can see, North Africa has been, French North Africa has been retaken by the Allies. I still hold Spain. There was a lot of fighting with these ships, and when I get to the casualty report, you'll see how much damage I was able to do to the Allied navies. It's still way too big for me to handle, and he eventually makes short work. Oops, sorry, going the wrong direction. He will eventually destroy the Italian fleet. Do get a few licks in, and he can basically come up here, and even though there's these mines, he basically ignores them, takes some damage, and kills the Italian fleet for the national morale damage it does to Italy. So here he landed in Morocco. There was a lot of fighting. You can even see he built a bunch of forts down here because I was pushing back on him. And eventually, and like I said, I was able to do a lot of damage to Allied ships down here. But eventually he's able to knock these ports down with ships and more specifically strat bombers. And that enabled him to get the Navy through, which enabled him to start making landings behind me and forced me to withdraw and fight. And he kept making multiple landings, probably spent a ton of MPP doing it. It was eventually able to cut off some of, headquarters and a tank army, a tank division, a corps. Jesus Christ, a tank corps that died out of supply. I did get a few of them back. I put up another smaller fight around Tunisia. He was also pressing him from Libya, and eventually I had to bug out of there before he bombed the ports to the point where I wouldn't be able to get them out. There was a little weird bug with Tunisia. I I believe Lothos will probably have it fixed. Then after that, he started making landings and started bombing the hell out of southern Spain. Again, a lot of damage to both sides, and eventually I had to withdraw. It made a bit of a fight around Madrid, and then I had to draw up to the mountain line up here. This is France. You see, Vichy is on my side, and they will help with the line in the Spanish mountains and also help defend from landings up here. And this is just the German fleet, which I really haven't spent a lot on. I haven't even put any aircraft on them. I'm building another fort defensive line here. So these are the unit counts as of this point in time. This is the losses list. As you can see, UK 2 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 11 destroyers, an escort carrier, and 1 sub. The U.S. has lost 2 battle cruisers, 2 heavy cruisers, 4 light cruisers, and a destroyer. Beat up most of the Russian fleet, not all of it. These losses for Germany here, these are basically Spain and Yugoslavia, except for the subs, obviously. And then you can look at the, just the hordes. The hordes, anything in here. So I've actually lost 2, 3. So I've actually lost more tank corps at this point, but the summer of '43 I wound up having to put tanks on the front line in Russia to hold my ground, and they wound up getting killed. This is the build list of what's available. You see at this point there's 4 dead tank corps, and one of them was killed out of supply. I don't think I ever got that one built back. I got most of this dead stuff built back, not the tank destroyers though, or tank destroyer. This is the tech situation. That's what I did with Italy. And this is what Germany's situated at this point in time. I did not reinvest in advanced tanks. I see the argument to do it, but I was desperate to get units out, and by the time I felt that it would be worth considering to do it, it was late enough in the game that I didn't think it would come in and make any difference, or that I would be able to afford tanks and repair tanks and upgrade tanks at that point, because if I remember right, the tech is slowed down from the 4th to the 5th generation versus the earlier generation. So I'll even make that same decision with fighters. Once I get Fighter 4, I won't reinvest in it. They just wind up being too expensive, and it would take too long to see them to see it, and I needed the money for troops. Let's go on. That's okay. That's the last of the video. So just a little precursor to what the situation was at near the end of summer '43, before I get to the June 20th, 1944 play. Anyway, now my advice for those that die: declare the pennies on your eyes. Taxman out.